Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited. AMA Expo West starts today. Pipistrel marks 100 simulated flight training hours. And 6 GA associations release industry recommended best business practices. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. It's November 2nd, and this is Airborne Unlimited. Model Aviation's preeminent gathering starts today. The 20th annual AMA Expo West will be at the Fairplex Exposition Center in Pomona, California, for the first time on November 2nd through 4th with a new expanded program. This 3-day event takes full advantage of Expo's new location, with loads of family-friendly activities, including indoor and outdoor flying, a flying light show, drone racing, and much more. Additional attractions at the AMA Expo West include Fly Under the Stars, utilizing the 8-acre outdoor flying field on Friday, November 2nd and Saturday, November 3rd. Competitive hobbyists and champions Ashley Heath and Jay Stusha will be featured in a flying light show. This field will also be open during the day and feature a historic warbird air show and racing and combat competitions. Kids take flight on Sunday, November 4th. Kids ages 8 to 17 will have the opportunity to fly in an airplane at a nearby airfield. And guest speaker series. Attendees will hear firsthand from prominent members of the aviation community through the AMA Expo West Speaker Series. This year's guests include Al Bowers, Chief Scientist at NASA's Neil A. Armstrong Flight Research Center, and Mason Hutchinson, a design engineer with Scale Composites. In addition, hundreds of exhibitors will be attending the expo, highlighting new products and offering demonstrations. After the break, the Department of Justice files charges in commercial aviation IP theft.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics Personal Jet Kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying. It's time to put your money where your bucket list is. Learn more at sonicsaircraft.com.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, Airborne Unmanned, the AMA Drone Report, our website or podcast, just email to news-by@aero-news.net. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Chinese intelligence officers and those working under their direction, which included hackers and co-opted company insiders, conducted or otherwise enabled repeated intrusions into private companies' computer systems in the United States and abroad for over 5 years. The charged intelligence officers Xia Rong and Chai Ming and other co-conspirators worked for the Jiangsu Province Ministry of State Security, headquartered in Nanjing, which is a provincial foreign intelligence arm of the People's Republic of China's Ministry of State Security. Enstrom Helicopter Corporation was granted New Zealand type acceptance for its Enstrom F-28, 280 and 480 series helicopters by the Civil Aviation Authority of New Zealand in September. Enstrom piston aircraft have been operating successfully in New Zealand for many years. However, this latest type acceptance updates to the latest certification on those aircraft and also approves Enstrom's turbine-powered 480B for operation in New Zealand. Airplane Services has been named an authorized Avidyne avionics dealer for general aviation aircraft. Airplane Services also recently announced the addition of 3 new engine upgrade options for Cessna single-engine pistons, giving the company one of the widest ranges of engine upgrade options in the industry. The latest offering includes a 260 horsepower upgrade for Cessna 182S and T models, and a 260 horsepower upgrade for Cessna 182 RG models. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan declared that Istanbul Airport is the largest in the world during grand opening ceremonies held Monday. Among those assembled to hear the president officially launch the new mega hub included the leaders of over 10 countries and 50 other ministers and senior officials, drawn from other nations with important business relations to the new airport. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. The fleet of 4 Pipistrel Alpha Electro aircraft that are slated for flight training through the CALSTART program in California has logged about 125 hours, 100 of those in a single aircraft. Joseph Oldham, director of CALSTART San Joaquin Valley Clean Transportation Center, said, "I wanted to let everyone know that at 9:11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Tuesday morning, I completed the first 100 hours of endurance flight testing on Pipistrel Alpha Electro N197AM, serial number 878AE60. The last flight was 1.2 hours long, and the aircraft had 25% state of charge reserve at shutdown. I have personally logged over 125 hours across all 4 of our Alpha Electros and traveled over 2,000 nautical miles in the aircraft without any failures of the electric motor or battery system." Pipistrel said that completion of 100 hours simulated flight training under FAA supervision in the U.S. will be followed later this week by Australia's Electro Aero, which will pass 100 hours of real flight training in Australia. Electric aircraft are already approved for operation in the LSA category in that country. The Alpha Electro is optimized for traffic pattern operations, where 30% of energy is recuperated on every approach, increasing endurance and at the same time enabling short field landings. After these messages, 6 GA associations released industry-recommended best business practices.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. 6 major aviation associations have jointly released the Know Before You Go Best Business Practices. The joint release lays out a series of communications best practices, including publishing an online list of potential prices, fees, and other charges that pilots may expect when landing at an airport. The joint release calls on FBOs to move expeditiously to implement these practices, but recognizes that certain providers face unique challenges and may need time to implement the new best practices. It also recommends customers contact FBOs directly so that operators can ask questions, know and evaluate their options, and make informed decisions. According to the joint release, with this declaration, we remain committed to promoting the widespread adoption of these best practices, which will strengthen the flight experience and general aviation overall. We appreciate our member companies that own and operate FBOs, leading this effort toward improved transparency for all of us that fly general aviation aircraft, said GAMA President and CEO Pete Bunce. The joint release was issued by the MBAA, Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, the Experimental Aircraft Association, the General Aviation Manufacturers Association, Helicopter Association International, and the National Air Transportation Association. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, alternating with Airborne Unmanned on Tuesday and the AMA Drone Report each Thursday. Additional breaking news bulletins may be posted for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday.